Set the heating thermostat
pushing the bout out.
Did
your teacup rattle in its saucer?
Don't open the window.
Did that picture of anti-flow fall off the wall? The earthquake tremors felt all over the York area could mean only one thing. Big-time wrestling was back in town.
To go on and off at certain
A good
times.
crowd turned out to watch their favourite contenders throw each other around the ring.
Each method for a week.
Encouraged by World Wrestling Federation announcers on TV,
And then
the younger fans had come to see their heroes and villains.
And the amount of
Each bout has a hero. Clean
If you want to warm rooms in very cold temperatures, set the heating to come on early rather than turning it up higher.
Bad.
Have your boiler serviced once a year.
Luckily, the heroes won the
It's
bouts.
running at peak efficiency.
The implications are obvious. Bad guys are
You can
losing.
buy specially prepared
The show started with a heavyweight showdown. Danny Boy Collins versus the Viking Warrior, the bad guy.
Alternatively,
Justice was eventually done when the loudmouthed, bullying Viking was beaten in a folding body press. One up to the forces of good and right.
about 2 inches above
The bouts continued in a similar vein with Battle Cat, Power Ranger, the Ultimate Chippendales, the Mighty Wang, and Rowdy Ricky Knight. The crowd roared their approval or jeered the lack of action when any contestant showed signs of wanting to be elsewhere.
Showroom staff
All
should be
parts
able
of the
to
act.
advise on this. If you
As the
are
evening's matches and mismatches continued, the crowd participation increased.
permitted in your home.
Billed as a 20-man Apollo Rumble, the final bout was a free-for-all. All the contenders from previous matches entered the ring at 2-minute intervals. The fight fans loved it. At one time I counted 10, or was it 12, bodies hurtling round the confines of the ring. The whole construction shook and shuddered each time a body hit the canvas or corner post. All credit to the promoters. They managed to tear people away from Friday night TV and put on family entertainment at a reasonable cost. And the kids of all ages really did enjoy
Whether an
it.
off-peak electric storage heater
Crime Stoppers starting young.
might be a better choice.
Pupils from 26 schools in the Selby area are taking part in a crime and safety awareness scheme. Crucial Crew is a joint venture between York and Selby Police, teaching children to become more aware of personal safety, how to react to dangerous situations, and how to avoid becoming victims of crime. Selby Community Affairs Officer PC John Wardle said the school children, aged between 9 and 11, were divided into small groups and asked to role-play in certain situations. He said we have 10 different scenarios. The youngsters go around each one and make decisions on how best to cope with the situation they are put in. They don't know what the situation is going to be until they are there. He said Crucial Crew aimed at that age group because they were becoming more independent. The annual workshop is held at the Army Remy Depot, Towthorpe Strensall, near York, and it lasts for 2 weeks. PC Wardle added, we will have had 2,400 children through the scheme this year. It has been a success so far. Scenarios cover road and rail safety, domestic safety, and the dangers involved on a building site.
Heidi gets gold. Selby Golden Girl, Heidi Robinson, has received her Duke of Edinburgh Award for Dancer Wayne Sleep. Heidi, 22 of Green Lane, travelled to St James Palace to be presented with her Gold Award. She achieved more than most in completing the award, as she suffers from dyslexia. Heidi discovered she was dyslexic in Blacksley Road Junior School, but has since gone on to achieve an honours degree in hospitality management at Thames Valley University. On the way to completing her Gold Award, she worked with children who have learning disabilities. Last month she was presented with a special brooch by Selby District Sports Club.
Here's more news of what's going on round and about. In Tadcaster, Showtime. Showtime 96 is presented by Tadcaster District Amateur Operatic Society at the Riley Smith Hall until Saturday, March the
the 23rd. Tickets cost £4.50 to £6 and are available from Calcaria Travel at 30 the High Street, Tadcaster. That's telephone number 835529 or at the door. Curtain up is at 7:30. And a concert will be given by the Featherstone Male Voice Choir in Stillingfleet Village Hall on Monday, March the 25th at 7:30. And still in Stillingfleet, the village has won the Selby District Council 1995 Best Kept Small Village Award. The prize is a millstone which will be placed horizontally on a plinth to be used as a picnic table adjacent to the seat at Gale Corner. Pilot's tragic secret. A trainee pilot, whose plane crashed soon after takeoff from Sherburn Air Club, failed to tell medical examiners of a previous heart attack. Francis Reynolds, aged 67, did not tell the Civil Aviation Authority he had had a heart attack in 1988 when he applied for his private pilot licence in 1991. Department of Transport Principal Inspector Richard Widborn said if the information had been disclosed, Mr Reynolds probably would not have been rejected out of hand, but referred for further medical examination. Mr Reynolds' brother Tom said he hadn't revealed a heart attack because he felt himself to be fit and
However, Mr Reynolds' GP, Dr George Mitchell, told a Wakefield inquest he had not been consulted about Mr Reynolds' application for a pilot's licence, but said he thought it would be inadvisable for him to fly an aeroplane. Home Office pathologist Dr Christopher Milroy said Mr Reynolds had severe heart disease, which could have caused death at any time. He told the inquest there was clear evidence of Mr Reynolds' heart attack, and there was also progressive hardening of coronary arteries, which Mr Reynolds would have been unaware of. Dr Milroy said he couldn't conclusively say Mr Reynolds had had another heart attack, as he didn't survive long enough for physical evidence to develop, but added, if I had been presented with this case as a man who had been found dead in bed, I would have given the cause of death as natural causes due to the state of his heart. He said cause of death was multiple injuries with heart disease a contributory factor. However, the jury rejected the findings and returned a verdict of accidental death due to unknown difficulties resulting in the plane crash, and recorded the cause of death as multiple injuries. Senior Engineering Inspector for the Department of Transport, Robert Carter, told the hearing he could find no mechanical fault with the plane. However, when asked by Tom Reynolds if there could have been dirt in the fuel, which may have led to a temporary cutout, Mr Carter was unable to rule it out. The crash happened almost a year ago on March 21st, 1995, in the yard of a disused Jackson's glassworks factory near White House in Nottingham. Mr Reynolds, who had 98 hours of flying time, was making a solo flight from Sherburn Aero Club to Nottingham and back as part of his final training for his licence. It crashed at 11:25am, a few minutes after he took off in a Cessna 150 two-seater plane. Speaking after the hearing, Mr Reynolds' son Michael said, at the end of the day, the matter has been closed, but we will never ever know.
Be careful not to start work before the council have written to you to say that you may go ahead
Snaith
with
School
work.
pupils
Otherwise,
figured out a national mathematical challenge to achieve gold, silver and bronze certificates. Year 10 and 11 students gained success in the UK Intermediate Mathematical Challenge organised by the Birmingham University, sponsored by Shaw Electronic. Attracting around 50,000 entries from schools countrywide, the competition poses challenging brain teeth to be solved in an hour without the use of a calculator and with penalties for incorrect answers. Snaith's scores added up to 4 gold awards, which were achieved by Mary Brooke, Adam Cooper, Tom Osborne and Chris Finger, and then there were 19 silver and 22 bronze certificates. Kevin Howell, head of the mathematics department, said the questions are really tough and are often using ideas that are new to pupils. The competition papers make them think easily and apply their knowledge in unfamiliar contexts.
England International Rugby Union star Ben Clark has opened a new fitness centre for employees at Drax Power Station. The centre, part of the Drax Sports and Social Club, has a membership of 200 and equipment valued at about £20,000.
phones and electricity
Occupational
have
health
schemes to help people pay for
said
their
the centre
fuel more
has
easily.
cardiovascular equipment,
There are
including rowing machines and bikes,
weekly or
along with
monthly budget
resistance
schemes,
equipment for toning,
savings
suppleness and
steps,
strength.
flexible
She
payment
said the
schemes,
centre is becoming very
token
popular,
and coin
and
users.
eventually it is hoped to purchase even more.
Ask for details of what is available at your
That's
local
the end of the
gas
news
or
on side one.
electricity
When the music
showroom.
stops, please take your tape out and turn
If
it
you
over to
use
hear the rest of
solid
the news.
batteries, many approved coal merchants provide budget schemes and supply small quantities. Income support is available to some people not in full-time work who are finding it difficult to manage. Grants and loans are also available from the social fund to help people with expenses which are difficult to meet from their regular income. These payments are discretionary, so you will not get them automatically. Community care grants are to help people, such as elderly and disabled people, lead independent lives in the community. They do not have to be repaid. Grants may be awarded to those needing institutional care, or to help people who continue to live in the community rather than enter institutional care. Grants may also be made to ease exceptional pressures on families. Help may be available for things such as bedding, heaters, the installation or re-siting of a meter, or for reconnecting.